Oh, it seems like the bottom lane's actually maybe getting pushed a little bit. No, Dangy trying to keep those minions relatively even.
That was an aggressive trade.
Yeah.
Did not seem worth.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they went for level 2 timing here. Janet taking a lot of damage. Sivir splitting DPS. I don't know why she's just not focusing down the Leona. Oof. Sivir gonna go down here, most likely. Maybe not, no. Oh man.
Wow.
And,
That was close, and Zach's here.
yeah. Oh, Leona gets the kill! Almost the double kill!
Wow.
Oh, that would have been godlike. Yeah. Leona making the best of a bad situation. She knows she's dead from the Zac gank, goes in and gets the kill first.
Definitely a great move from Dumby there to, like you said, make the best out of a bad situation and just showing that he has good decision making, at least in that specific instance.
Yeah, in fairness, I think the whole chain of events started because they overestimated their power spike at level 2. Like, I think what they were going for was they were gonna hit level 2 and then they were gonna just all in. They kind of just had like this plan in mind and they were just gonna follow through with it. And it's a reasonable plan, but Jenna and Sivir hit level 2 at the same time, and so when they forced that initiation, they didn't really have an advantage, and then they took a lot of extra minion damage, which I think is what ultimately caused them to cause it to fail.
Yeah, definitely.
But it could have been a lot worse. Easily could have been a lot worse. That was looking to be a 2 for 0, and that would have been most likely the end of the line.
Playing maybe a little bit too aggressive here. Actually, is big one coming around. Oh, Warriors should be wary of Fib. There, it seems like Fib's just gonna back off. I think he might have had a little bit of a opportunity at least to get some damage, but Zac was coming around from the other side anyways, so at best it would have been an even.
Yeah, Fib looking to go bot. Or I guess not. He's just gonna start counter jungling, which should work. I mean, Zac is nowhere nearby. Zac is farming the other side of the same jungle.
Yeah. Overall doing pretty well.
Sivir Janna playing super aggressively now.
I think
kill.
Sejuani could punish this, especially since he's all the way down there.
Oh, I agree. I think Leona, like they're still even in levels. The lane is not like lost by any stretch of the imagination, but Sejuani over ganking over a ward right now. She can get the knockback, and then Leona gets the follow through.
Oh, it's the TP. Oh, they should not have committed that part.
They went really hard there. Flashing out. If Fib can survive, unfortunately it doesn't. But
here's Zac as well. Oh, this is gonna be really dangerous for Dangy and Dumby. And Dumby going down as well, and Dangy getting out with that invisibility. But he does take a lot of damage. Are they gonna take the dragon? I think they might.
Yeah, they will. With only Twitch nearby, really. This is as safe and easy as it gets. And Sivir doesn't even have to help. As long as Sivir contains the Twitch to his turret, then they can easily 3-man this. The red team's working in perfect information right now. They know that Sejuani and Leona are dead. They know Nara's in top. They see it from the minions. And they can see both Cloud and Twitch because they're being pinned to lane by their lane opponents. So it's as free as a dragon can get.
Yeah, definitely some good decision making right there. We'll see just who is working behind those strategies later on. But for now, it seems like the whole team is in unison, at least with that specific play.
It's a mistake we've seen before, just chasing the gank just too far. I think it's important that people understand that a gank does not have to get a kill to be good. Like,
yeah, maybe I think that whenever they saw it TP, they should have just backed off because at that point they had an advantage.
I mean, even if you don't get any summoner spells, even if you can just alleviate lane pressure, or maybe you attempt a gank and it just isn't the right timing or whatever, or there's a ward there that you didn't know about, it's okay to just pull out. Like, it's not, you know, if there's only good or neutral outcomes, there's nothing wrong with having a neutral outcome to a decision, but forcing a good decision when there isn't a good or forcing a good outcome when there isn't a good outcome to be had, that leads to bad decision making.
Oh wow, Dumby taking a lot of damage in the bottom lane, thinking that Ubiquitous Turnip on Janna was maybe going to overextend a little bit too much. But
got a pink ward down really deep in a really good spot. That's unlikely to be cleared for a while. One of the best spots to get a pink ward down if you can get away with it, and it looks like he did.
Seems like this third and bottom is taking a lot of damage. Holy moly, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
So it seems like... Oh.
Echo ulting back, doing about a third of Sejuani's health.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage on Echo.
Let's bot lane go pretty aggressive, but Leona missing the Zenith Blade. That, I think, was a pretty big wasted opportunity. Twitch was doing crazy damage after popping his ult. If that Leona stun had landed, they most likely could have gotten a kill there.
Yeah, maybe they should have waited a little bit more on that Zenith Blade.
Yeah, just missed it.
Oh, in the bottom lane, seems like they're putting pressure in. Zac coming bottom and just pushing them out of this turret. That's a nice little gimmick there.
Yeah, bot lane turret going down 9 minutes 40 seconds after having surrendered the dragon. That was pretty gross, yeah.
And even top lane right now is doing really well at pushing that top turret. It's gonna be forcing out that TP as well, and it's gonna be rough. Oh, actually,
Echo no mana here.
oh no, yeah, definitely no mana, and Nar was getting ready to go into Mega here. Oh, Charl might be in a little bit of trouble. It seems like overall he's gonna be okay after he pulls away and it's gonna recall.
The troll pull too good.
Oh, this is not gonna be good. Troll is just recalling and they're about to push the turret really, really hard.
Yep, we're gonna see another turret go down.
Holding. Really, really good. Some really, really good plays here. Oh, that ultimate actually hit.
That'll spread to the Wow. I was gonna say that was gonna spread to the Leona, and that would have been the end of Leona. Another turret going down. Red just systematically peeling away the blue team here.
That's some really, really good map movements from the red team so far. Seems like Zac's trying to get a gank up top, but unfortunately won't be able to get one. I think he's sitting on a ward. If I'm not wrong. Yes.
Yeah, he is. And Nar letting him know with the boomerang. Of course, he's interrupting the recall, so it wasn't like giving away that information really mattered. But
oh, Leona super coming down from the side here. No.
I'm surprised we don't see more lane ganks from champions like Zac or Sejuani for that matter. That bypasses a lot of the you know, sitting in a bush waiting for an opportunity, but you're just really wasting time because you're sitting on a ward. That completely removes that.
Vladimir doing quite a bit of damage onto Janna. Actually, my
Pushing grouping up and pushing back. This could be good, but if they get initiated on, I do not think they'll win a fight in the open.
Rough. Let's see what they can do here. And like Thanos is trying to harass onto Vlad, but he's dealing a lot of damage as well. She is very fearless considering that Zac is nearby.
Yeah, Vlad finished Woda.
Now Vlad hitting that level 9 with his Q is finally max level, so they need to be careful. Zac, what in the push?
Purple team with a teleport advantage here. Echo has teleport and Gnar does not. I think it would be for them to start this dragon and then simply count on the teleport if they need to, and the fact that they're just already so far ahead on their own.
We'll see what they can do. It's like Gnar actually getting all in the top right.
Fairly uncontested. Gnar losing teleport too. This is not looking good for blue team.
We're gonna get some picks at least. So they're actually gonna be able to push down this turret. They got the positional advantage, but can they do anything besides to get some damage? Oh, Varus is actually already charging his pierce now, and it does not hit. And Zac.
Oh man, Zac getting caught by the Sejuani.
Holy moly, there it goes Danny. Dummy's actually gonna go down here, and the Zimmer ultimate is on. Can they get anything else? No, it seems like maybe it's gonna be a little bit difficult here. Sivir is taking a lot of damage, forced to pop heal here. And Carl going
dead to the Vladimir Q.
Yeah.
Sivir cannot duel the Twitch, for Twitch's ultimate is up.
Yeah, definitely not. I think there was a little bit of a mistake from Sivir there. Getting a little bit antsy there.
Twitch's build is just better for dueling. Something like Boots isn't really gonna help, whereas Twitch has Bork, which is the best 1v1, well not Bork, but Cutlass, which is the best 1v1 item you can really build on an AD carry, so. Yes, Vlad no mana. Charles taking to heart the mana issues he's had on other champions, just choosing to go pure.
Definitely a manaless champion there. Not doesn't need to worry about that mana.
Vlad doesn't need to work on his blood management.
So here we go. They might be looking for a steal onto the blue buff here. Seems like Echo's gonna actually be contesting it. Can they do anything about it? No, it seems like Zac, everybody from the red team's actually gonna contest it. Charles taking quite a bit of damage from the pierce. Oh, that's gonna be rough. Sejuani without a blue buff. I guess that's not too bad, but still, just denying a blue buff overall is not that great.
Blue buff in exchange for an outer turret, though.
Well, they're actually diving into the mid turret. Wow, they're doing really
Oh
good.
man!
It's a Gnar ultimate. Holy moly, that's a lot of damage taking. And Echo's gonna be in a little bit of trouble.
Blue team about to melt.
Holy moly. Even though that was a great Gnar ultimate, it was just to the wrong side, I think. If they would have been able to Gnar to the other side, they would have been able to stun them and at least gotten a little bit more damage.
Zac almost reassembling there. They're gonna keep pushing. Twitch is still bottom.
Yeah, Twitch is still bottom.
And yeah, it looks like they're going for a 16-minute inhibitor turret.
Yeah, this is gonna be really risky. But what else can Twitch do? Even if he comes back, there's really nothing he can do.
Even if they die, it's not like there's an objective for Blue to transition into. I mean, first of all, they didn't die, but even if they had, it was the worst thing that happens is their KDA takes a hit.
We see here how methodical and how very smart the purple team is doing. They're playing very safe, and unfortunately the blue team isn't.
I think the blue team got unlucky in some regards. You know, a lot of the things that have happened in this game have happened from relatively close fights, but the outcome of those fights is causing the game to just spiral out of control. You know, if that earliest fight at level 2, I mean, that was almost a 0 for 2, easily could have been a 2 for 0 in their favor. You know, things were just a little bit different.
Definitely, but remember, we said that this composition from the blue team was going to be really risky, considering that they picked the Twitch, and
yeah, and
they have no disengage. Also, they have almost no wave clear from range, if you think about it. Vladimir has to get in there, so there's definitely no way that they can wave clear those mini-mills whenever they come around. And it's rough for this blue team right now.
I will say I like the Vladimir pick in this team composition a lot more than we had previously seen. Oh wow! A stealth initiation with Sejuani ult. That was
bringing him down does not seem to be
solid, but
sure.
with no peels on the Twitch and no escape, he just gets bounced into the ground. Vladimir gonna try to 1v3 is not successful.
It'll be a 2 for 2 in this.
Yeah, fairly even fight. Pretty neat initiation by the blue team there to try to get something done, but I mean, Twitch is just a really risky low escape champion.
Yeah. And this is why Sivir's better.
Maybe so.
But I personally think she is. She's definitely I just feel like she's so free because of the movement speed that she brings to everybody. I'm not sure if that flash was needed, but
yeah, Zach very afraid of giving something away. He probably would have been picked there, to be honest.
Might have, but it's, you know, it's better to be safe than sorry, what they say. So, third dragon now going over to the purple team, and it's gonna be a movement speed which they really should take advantage of. And wow, what a huge amount of damage from my WQ onto Gumby. This is looking brutal so far for the blue team.
Yeah, I mean, it's going about as bad as it really can be. I think they're gonna get outscaled. They're down 7,000 gold at the 20-minute mark and down 3 turrets. That's including an inhibitor turret. That's
pretty rough.
That is pretty disgusting. Down 5 turrets, sorry. 3 dragons, 5 turrets.
Oh wow, so we see a 20-minute Baron actually from the team.
Yeah,
so
I mean, and this is free.
I realize that their Twitch is actually the bottom lane. Sejuani killed herself, so is the bottom side of the jungle as well, and there's really no work in front here.
They had double 80 carry composition.
Playing really well. Let's see if Sivir pops her ultimate. I think that she is going to be able to pop her ultimate here, and Mr. Idiot's not going to be able to get away because that Varus ultimate goes down and lands on him and takes him down. Seems like they're just going to push towards the inhibitor into the top side. And this is going to be a pretty brutal rest of the game for the blue team unless they can make something happen quick.
Yep, they'd have to have something pretty magical up their sleeve. Sejuani ult missing. I don't think that even if the Sejuani ult had landed, that this would have been a very good fight for them. 5v4 against the Baroned up team. They kind of just had to let the inhibitor go.
Pretty one-sided.
Yeah, unfortunately looking like a pretty lopsided final match, but c'est la vie. It's surprising too because the blue team was the team that was initially in the winners bracket, right? They got to the finals through the winners bracket.
I believe so. I could be wrong.
Yeah, because we spectated
Yeah.
the purple team last game, so yeah. The team that had made it to the grand finals through the winners bracket being thoroughly manhandled in this game, but in all honesty, I don't know how much of that has to do with actual skill difference and how much of that just has to do with a couple of key fights just going purple's way and then the whole game just spiraling out of control as a
Yeah,
result.
definitely.
That's just how League of Legends is.
Holy moly, and here we go.
This
side
Twitch ult.
ultimate on the way.
But
Yeah.
again, Zach just bounces onto the Twitch.
I mean, they have really good team fighting, and they do force the purple team away. But besides for forcing them away, and then they would just regroup them somewhere else.
Yeah, they just don't even care. They nearly had a very bad initiation. Because Twitch was lined up for a very good ult, and then it didn't work out, and then 5 seconds later, they're just pushing on bot.
Oh my goodness!
That Varus snipe. Vladimir going down to another Varus snipe.
Holy moly! And
Those Varus
at 23
headshots.
minutes, the purple team is taking their second inhibitor, maybe looking to end this game. Here we go. Let's see what they do. Varus ultimate goes
Wow.
onto the Gnar, and
Are you sure you didn't want to give him the Anivia?
maybe that would have been better, but still, Varus is just completely destroying this team
Yeah.
right now.
Anivia Q does not have that kind of snipe potential.
Yeah, definitely. And it seems like this game is going to be over. Holy moly, a very one-sided game. 12,000 gold at 23 minutes. Purple team takes it, and wow.
Yeah, pretty unfortunate. No why. There you go. And whew. The damage dealt to champions.
That was insane. Holy moly.
Almost quadrupling the damage output of his lane opponent. That's pretty disgusting. Mid lane Varus,
It's
the
pretty
true
OP.
terror.
It's pretty strong. Just, it's very, very, very strong if you know how to play it properly. And it seems like maybe, just maybe, um, Alex was saving that pick for just this occasion.
Yeah. I'll say this much: it was a lot more terror than the Anivia. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. And as well, as you said, there were just a couple of key fights that were unfortunate. So
Well,
they stacked up. Yeah.
I think that's it, right?
I think there's one more. Did they not
Is there?
invite you? Yeah.
Wait, what is it?
There's one more. One more. It's remember it's best of 3.
Is it best of 3 or is it
Yeah, it's best of 3.
Okay.
So we should be
Alright, I wasn't sure if it was the best of 3 or if the other team gets the
no.
advantage from.
So here we go. So let's see.
Oh, I keep forgetting to change the sprites. So unprofessional.
So unprofessional, boys.
Someone needs to remind me.
uh, what is it? Production production value. Oh,
It must be so confusing. It's okay. I'm intentionally not changing the sprites. This stream is sponsored by 7 Up.
I don't even know if we're allowed to say that. um, right, so we might be able to start. Okay. Oh. Who's Dolly? Oh, is that some guy that's trying to advertise on her? That's kind of dickish. Everybody leave the UTSA and I mean the NerdBird Tournament chat. Don't give Dolly the advertisements. I didn't even know who that is. Yeah, he wasn't. I think he's just trying to, what you call it, advertise. So. Mm-hmm. George Foreman's. There we go. So Champ Select has started. And we'll see what they can do. Rek'Sai ban.
Rek'Sai ban again towards.
I don't even understand why they're banning Rek'Sai at this point. I guess it's.
Yeah, I mean they just don't know the champion pool.
I don't think they care. They're like, oh, we got a pretty one-sided win there. So maybe what they're thinking, but I really don't know. So Rek'Sai Fizz banned. I'm not sure why Fizz is banned, but I'm sure they have a good reason for it. Kalista banned from Dangy. I don't know if he plays Kalista or not. You can take a look at his profile. It says that he doesn't play Kalista, at least not that much. Gragas obviously a pretty generic ban. overall. Morgana's also a really good ban. Ubiquitous Turnip showed that he might have a little bit more difficulty on this Leona, so that might have been a really good ban. And let's see what the third ban is for the purple team.
Yeah, the Morgana Jinx combo was sick.
Are they gonna ban the Varus? I don't think that should be a ban though.
Throwing out the support bans. That's interesting.
What's this?
Choosing, yeah, I guess choosing not to ban out the Varus. Or more interestingly, choosing not to ban out the Anivia.
Yeah.
Just choosing to throw the supports,
Alright,
the
so there's
support
the
bans.
Alistar.
Yeah.
Alistar's a pretty strong pick, I think. But it depends on how you play him. He's really OP at mitigating damage and being a frontline, from the even just as he gets level 6, because this is just 70% damage reduction, which is just ludicrous. Uh, but let's see. What can we do here? What do you think Dumby's gonna pick? I mean, more like the purple team, because I, I
Probably
mean,
just, I was gonna say the Leona pick again, but evidently not. I don't know how good Leona actually is into Alistar.
yeah, I'm not sure they want to pick that Leona.
But yeah, Thresh
If
is good.
anything,
And Thresh is a champion you haven't seen all day.
yeah,
Thresh gives sick utility.
yeah, definitely. So we'll see if they actually pick the stretch. We'll see how Dumby does on it. Like that's gonna be the lock-in and the top lane Maokai from Mr. Idiot. That's gonna be pretty interesting. Maokai overall is just a safe laner, and all he does is survive his lane and then tank for people. So we'll see how he does.
It's a thankless job.
Yeah, and maybe every once in a while engage by Wing somebody.
Yeah, it's really weird that you would just like choose Maokai kind of in the dark, given that
Yeah.
Maokai definitely does better against certain champions. Um,
Can be punished kind of hard though if you pick like a Rumble or a lane dominant champion.
we have not seen much top lane like discrepancy. I feel like a lot of our lopsided in lane matches have been in the bot lane and the mid lane.
That's true. Well, we have seen a few like discrepancies in top lane, but I don't think they translated very good overall in affecting the game. That's why we didn't
Top lane's kind
win.
of the top lane's kind of the island.
Yeah,
And the first Jarvan we've seen today. And Jarvan was changed
Jarvan,
really recently, wasn't he?
his E is pretty low cooldown now as you max it.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah.
Jarvan and Vi.
So going for that point and
Skirmish and
click kind of
junglers.
thing.
Is this the return
That's
of the
gonna be
top lane Heimerdinger?
maybe. I mean, Maokai doesn't do too bad against Heimerdinger, but Heimerdinger should do relatively well against. Oh, maybe that's a top Jarvan. No,
Then yeah, but then they'd be like jungling an Alistar or something. So
no, they still have another pick to go.
well I mean the Bard.
Oh, never mind. That's gonna be
I was
a
gonna like
top
yeah, it doesn't really add up, but
top. Is that a top LeBlanc? That's interesting. I would rather have a top Yasuo.
I assume they're swapping.
I mean, they were in the same pick, so
Oh yeah, that's true.
that's why I was like, maybe
LeBlanc as a top laner doesn't really make a lot of sense because you really want the
top
full range
Ignite.
of movement. It's
Are
you're
they just like being like free and like just being very careless at this point?
maybe he
They
just
dominate. I mean, yeah, they dominated the other game, but I don't think they should disrespect their opponents. I mean, we like kind of pick.
well, I mean it's not necessarily disrespect. If he just like that's just something he actually plays. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me though because I feel like a champion like LeBlanc you want to be roaming a lot, and then where better to roam than in the mid lane because it has direct access to 2 lanes instead of just one. But
Dude,
I mean, if
lanes.
this is just what he does,
Come on,
then
man. LeBlanc jungle. You get access to all three lanes.
Stonewall showed off the LeBlanc jungle. He uh he cheated a little bit though. He waited in base until he had 6 items off of passive gold generation. Yeah, interesting fact. If you have two teams in League of Legends and no players do anything, eventually one of the teams does win. It just happens.
Like from the
Just
game
by
program.
random chance, yeah.
Oh.
Just the ever so slight differences in the movement of the minions is enough
Minion aggro. Yeah.
to decide the game. But yeah, I don't like the LeBlanc top lane pick.
Top ignite, boys, and then Yasuo
Yeah,
exhaust.
he's going hard there.
I just don't know. I just think that's a little bit meh.
If he
But
chooses to do it without flash, then I think he should be punished pretty severely by ganking. I mean, you cannot just count on your W. Because if he uses his W, Maokai can just save his W for the LeBlanc W. And
yeah,
so,
especially since it's Vi.
like a lot of these strategies that we're seeing have very clear counter strategies that just are not being employed for whatever reason. So if they do go through, and I guess they did, right? Because
Yeah.
we're on delay. So if they do go through with this ignite teleport top lane LeBlanc, then Vi and Maokai should just camp the crap out of it.
Not
And then,
even that. Not even that. Dude, Thresh can go. Who can just like roam
yeah,
up
well, I
top
mean,
and like.
Maokai doesn't have to. Maokai never has to W. All he has
Yeah.
to do is sit on his W until the LeBlanc Ws, and then just use it immediately afterwards.
Yeah, pretty much.
And that's it, because he's laning without smite in a long, or laning without flash in a long lane.
Yeah, that's. I think that's his best chances of surviving that lane without taking too much of a risk of
Well,
get of like
that's the
getting
thing.
tanked.
It's whether or not the purple team can take advantage of it. There's been a lot of picks and strategies that have clear counter strategies that are just not have so far just not been exploited.
Yeah, that's definitely something. But we'll see. This Thresh into Ash, it's gonna be interesting as well. If you can get a good hook, I guess Alistar. I feel like Alistar is just such a good pick in the support anyways. Like, he can just disengage for Thresh if he ever gets a hook. Or if Thresh ever goes in, he can just knock him up and then knock him up even further into the turret. If
Yeah,
they're ever like,
the idea I guess is that you hook the Ash.
I mean, you really don't want to hook the Alistar.
No, not particularly. At least with Thresh Hook, it's not as bad as Blitzcrank Hook,
Oh
where
god, no.
yeah, Thresh Hook doesn't necessarily place the two supports on top of each other. So missing the Thresh Hook isn't nearly as bad as if you just like hook a Blitz or if Blitzcrank hooks an Alistar at the wrong time.
So, what do you think about this Jarvan jungle? Are they gonna pressure that bottom lane, or do you think
Yeah, they should.
Dumby's, or
Yeah.
are they? Do you think there's gonna be some place where Dumby just fled up his EQ? Because it's possible, but whether or not he can do it is another.
Oh crap! I have a that
Oops.
wrong scene. I'm not streaming Hearthstone at the moment. What the? Okay, there we go. Fixed it. We're good.
All right, so IWQ actually has quite a few games on LeBlanc.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was saying. It's not necessarily disrespect just because he picked something unconventional, but
I mean, I feel like their comp is like kind of questionable. I mean, Alistar. I mean, WQ is really good. It's basically a free Malphite ult if he can land it properly. and for Yasuo it's really good. It's that combination of spells is really good. But whether or not they can actually do it, as well as the Jarvan flag.
I just like I would just like to see a strong jungle performance today. I feel like the jungle play today has been pretty
Yeah.
lacking, yeah. And I think the opportunity is here. Like they need to take advantage of this ignite teleport LeBlanc.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if they don't punish that, then I don't know. This is definitely gonna be an amusing game. We'll see how it turns out. But we see LeBlanc actually flashing her level 4 mastery badge. Oh, so Jace drops an early ward.
That's just something you can do on command? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's control 6.
If you've come to kill me, I hope you brought friends.
30 seconds.
Oh, Ashe is actually really in a really dangerous spot.
Oh wow.
Yeah, if more teammates would have been there.
Yeah,
then that would have
there's
been bad.
no follow up to that hook.
That was just, I think that was a pretty big mistake. I really think they could have punished hard onto that Ashe. Wow.
Purple team using 4 wards around this blue buff. That gives Jarvan, and Jarvan has a very deadly level 2 gank. That gives Jarvan so much capability of going for an early gank if that's what he does.
Yeah.
If Jarvan just gets red buff and then sets up a gank level 2, he can gank mid or bot very easily. But I have to believe we're just gonna see more of the same.
We'll see as the game unfolds whether or not that actually happens.
Yeah, and it also depends on whether or not they notice just how wardless the purple team is right now.
Seems like Maokai is taking a little bit of harass from the LeBlanc in top lane here. Not gonna be too bad that Q misses from Dumby. Oh wow, Alex and Yasuo going pretty aggressive here. And wow, Mystery, it's actually
He
gonna
does
take
not.
down. Wow, that's really. Whew, he gets away with almost no HP. That's crazy. That was really close. Oh,
And Jarvan does go for the level 2 gank. Unfortunately,
He
does
doesn't
not
get-
connect the combo. I think a flash Q from Ubiquitous turnip would have been enough there. If they could follow up the Alistar flash Q with the flag combo, that
Well,
likely
Alistar
would have led
wasn't-
to a successful gank.
Yeah, Alistar wasn't level 2 either, so maybe they should have been a little bit more patient on that one.
Well, I mean, he doesn't. I mean, the W helps, but
Yeah.
just landing the Q just so that Jarvan can land his combo would have been enough, I suspect.
They definitely would have. So in the mid lane, we can see Yasuo.
There, yes. Yep. There he is.
No, well, I mean, he's pushing his lane. And, he's pushing his lane. He already like.
And if you look out the left window, you can see a thresh.
No. What I meant is he already made Jace pop all 3 of his potions, so that's that's
okay.
actually pretty important here. Yasuo going for a dueling shield, and Jace going for that attack damage item, but as we can see, Yasuo really asserting his dominance in the lane. And Jace once again low on mana.
Yeah. That's hopefully that feedback loop gets around to him so that he works on it
Yeah.
in the future. That is definitely
External
a
voice,
very bad
external.
habit.
Well, Maokai is taking a lot of W harass from the
All right.
But he has a flash, so he can chug that for quite a while.
Viv
Oh, wow.
attempting to gank this mid lane, but I mean, the Jace is out of mana. Going really deep here.
Oh, that was.
Oh,
a really good
that I don't know if that was planned. I mean, obviously he couldn't have planned the proc. Oh, right, sprites.
Oh.
I don't know if he could have planned the proc, but that knockup saved his life there because he was deep.
Holy moly, that was a really good knockout. Oh, it seems like Vitex is focusing onto this LeBlanc, but Jarvan's here, so might have a little trouble. Let's see if I can sidestep. Oh, it seems like they're just gonna fall back.
Yeah,
Jarvan doesn't really-
Maokai afraid to go near the LeBlanc, and LeBlanc just staying in lane at 85 mana, 200 health.
That's a little bit disrespectful. I actually see Vi going in. Actually, they could have turned that around. I think they should have forced that onto Jarvan. They could have
LeBlanc
probably.
is playing with fire here. No flash. Even using the W offensively to clear.
Yeah. I really don't think that that was.
The cooldown, 5 seconds on the cooldown of LeBlanc's W, if he even has the mana to use it.
Yeah, Vi could have even Q flashed. And,
Yeah, I agree. I think that would have been enough.
Just overall, pretty hesitant play from.
Thinking W again, kind of struggling in bot lane. Oh. I guess not necessarily. They're even in CS and up in experience, although their health totals are definitely not even.
Oh, nice. Engage onto.
And Dumby chooses. They're just going all in here.
Here we go. Ash is actually dealing a lot of damage. Let's use stuff that as well. Oh, there's the heal.
And
oh wow. Can't you do anything? Oh, you're gonna have to splash for that one. You need to run. Oh.
And Jinx gets excited, but then promptly knocked into the turret.
Oh wow, Jinx.
So after all is said and done, a 1-for-1, but not an even 1-for-1 because LeBlanc used teleport in a lane that he was kind of dominating, and now Maokai has solo farm. It was definitely a good trade in
Purple team's favor.
in Purple Team's favor, yeah.
Oh wow, Charles taking a lot of damage here.
I'm surprised Yasuo didn't actually follow through on the ult there with the exhaust and flash up. I think that was a.
Well, maybe if he had Jace had barriers, so I think maybe a little bit hesitant.
That is true.
But yeah, I can understand why you would say that. Since oh wow, let's see if Mavic can do anything about it. Wow, that's a lot of damage. This Maokai might go down if he can land one more auto attack. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Holy moly, this Maokai is just not having a fun day today.
Maokai can come back to lane with just like a oh wow. Blue buff getting the better of Fib at the moment.
Yeah,
If Maokai
really-
just gets back to lane with a no magic mantle, that'll do a lot to shut down the amount of harass he's taking, because he can heal with his passive quite well in the lane over time. He just needs to make sure that the damage doesn't add up where he can get bursted. So even just a little bit of magic resist can make a big difference.
Let's see if then we can get a hook there. Awesome. I know it seems like
I'll
ridiculous.
start missing the QW or WQ combo.
Okay. Wow.
Oh, gross. That hook is bad news, but the chompers stopping Ash from following up there.
And but Jarvan's on the side, so if they choose to initiate here, they're gonna be in a lot of trouble. They just choose to be passive for now. See if they do something.
Yeah,
else.
presumably they knew about the Jarvan, and they definitely know that he's here now. See, Jason Vi are collapsing. Vi's still not level 6. That is really unfortunate. This is the problem with not staying on top of your farm. You're 9 minutes into the game, you don't have ult. Not even particularly close to 6, and if he was level 6 there, that was a dead Jarvan. and that's how games get snowballing off of very small, you know, advantages.
Oh, I don't.
Hey,
I don't
Big
know if
just
that-
turn up's Alistar play, not as refined as the other supports, I think. I think as those targeted bans kind of doing some work. Oh wow!
That was nice.
Yeah, that
That's a dead. That's sir.
But-
might go down.
Oh,
Can he
wow.
actually- Oh,
Exhaust. Just run.
That's a really, really nice play. Can he get?
Oh,
Wow, that's a
wow.
double kill. Holy moly!
Oh,
Dangy
man.
and Dumpy making the play.
That's such a big swing too, because if Jinx dies there, not only does it even up the kill total, but I don't think Thresh can solo the Alistar. So now what could have been a, you know, a 1-for-1 is instead a 2-for-0 and Dragon, potentially?
Yeah.
Oh, they're pulling off the Dragon, yeah. Vi really weak here.
But Jace is coming in here, and let's see what they can do.
And Jarvan's level 6, and Fib is only level 5.
Fib's. Oh, that's gonna be a flash from Charl here, unfortunately.
Fib definitely need to just work on farming.
Yeah,
The ganks haven't really been that effective, and seeing as though the ganks haven't really been that great, if he could just have had, you know, his experience up and had his ultimate earlier, you know, it would have made a big difference. Especially.
I understand your sentiment.
And I would love to see more punishment to this LeBlanc.
Yeah,
She's
been
farming with his W with like low HP and like virtually no mana and just getting away with it. It's a little frustrating to watch.
Oh, but Fib is trying to get the scuttle cover. Unfortunately, he won't be able to since Jarvan is there to stop it. What just happened? EQ missing.
Goodbye, Scuttle.
But at least the blue team will take the scuttle. Maokai is actually relatively high health, so maybe he can look for an all-in. But
Blue team just deciding to go all in on this dragon attempt here.
I don't know
Jarvan
why.
wasting
A nice
ult
shot.
and Thresh hooking the Ashe again.
Well, Alistar's actually in a really, really
But see,
difficult situation.
Charl can't support this because he has no mana. I don't. Imagine this fight right now. Look at their health, and now imagine the Jace like actually has mana. Yeah.
But if he misses
like-
an ability, then... Oh wow, I
And
really
now
like it
Blue
right
is
there.
just absolutely being wiped out here. A wind wall. Is the wind wall gonna be enough? Nope.
Oh!
Shock blast. Shock blast to the face. And now red team is just like in complete control here.
Yeah, that was. I think that would have been a much cleaner fight if Charl would have had a little bit more mana.
And so this is a total reversal of you know, kind of how last game went.
Definitely looking like that's going to happen, considering that they are up about 1.3k gold after 2 minutes. It's not quite as big of a difference, but definitely.
It's definitely shaping up though the same way.
And I like the purple team's comp quite a bit more than the blue team. That's just me personally.
They're kind of a lull here.
Definitely. So let's see what Charl can do here. He's gonna finally get that Muramana going.
LeBlanc leveraging an experience advantage over top lane though, given that Maokai was out of lane.
Yeah, and LeBlanc has blue buff as well, so she's gonna keep doing those poke.
But I mean, yeah, this is now. You can't W over that wall because the wall is too thick. Oh man, this
Oh, we
barely
can get
gets
that.
away. Fib's ultimate on 20-second cooldown would have made all the difference there. Instead, that was a lot of burn summoners for no real gain. And Alex just soloing Charl in the mid lane here.
This is gonna knock Vi out, but Vi doesn't even have ultimate, so unfortunately I don't think so. Oh, she does actually have ultimate. I thought she did.
Yeah, Vi's ultimate just now coming up. Choosing not to ult the Varus there, that is... Or choosing not to ult the Yasuo there, that's fairly surprising.
A little questionable knock-up, I mean knockback and knock-up from Yubika's turnip. I think he could have made something more game-changing happen there. Maybe not as comfortable in that champion, as you were saying. And so, finally Charl will get his
the blue buff that he needs.
Yeah, he definitely needs that.
Yeah, he's quite reliant. Despite the fact that that fight went so decisively in red team's favor, they're not really that far ahead. They're only 400 gold up, and they do have the dragon, which is nice.
Very unfortunate in the top lane.
Well, I mean, LeBlanc's just kind of...
I mean, I really don't think she should be getting away with this.
Yeah. W into the turret. Oh no, he avoids the turret.
Oh, that.
And the heal bait.
Oh, almost Gumby. Was able to do something here. Oh, nice. Dengi was actually able to take down that Alistar. Let's see if they can get in.
And both supports down. The question is whether or not he gets greedy trying to go for... Yeah, okay, so he's not gonna push into the turret, and... Dengi just not concerned with how exposed he is in this position.
Yasuo could come down and literally dive in all.
Yeah, I mean... Jarvan just has to land one combo, and that's... But... does not seem concerned.
Yeah. Especially since he gets vision in the middle lane as well, so... it's just very interesting plays from everybody. Both impressive and... Oh, that's not good, Bib. You're in a little bit of a situation. You're going to have to...
Bib kind of dying for free there, but... That Yasuo ult, enough to win... what was essentially a 2v3. Yeah, Bib just not ulting. Kinda died before, with ult cooldown available without using it. And that is going to significantly skew this game in Blue's favor.
Yeah,
that was pretty gross.
Yeah, not only that, but they're getting back their dominance here in this.
Yeah, they're definitely not snowballing as hard as the purple team did last game. And what was essentially a similar position just did not do as much with it. And LeBlanc is actually just kind of manhandling this lane with no ramifications. I mean, just sitting there. They have wards deep inside purple team's jungle to just continue sieging this Maokai at his inner turret on a champion with no flash. It's that is aggressive.
Yeah, definitely. Charl was actually coming towards the bottom lane. So let's see what they can do. LeBlanc is in the top lane. Just gonna push that turret. Even if Maokai stops her, I feel like she's just gonna be able to hold that top turret and I don't know. Oh, good. Representation was interesting, to say the least. So here we go.
Wow,
very nice.
3 people got inside that Jarvan ult, but no follow-up damage, so it didn't really...
Yeah. Oh my goodness, that was a great knock-up right there from Alpha.
No teleport from either top laner. Holy crap. That's a 4 for 0. And a turret for blue team. Also going to be dragon. I can't believe neither team had decided to teleport there. Both top laners had teleport available and had the Jhin spot to teleport right here. And neither one did it. That's really strange.
It's definitely showing some.
Yeah, the teams need to work on their communication to make sure that doesn't happen. I mean, it's hard to overstate what a massive misstep that is, because that was a 4 for 0 and dragon in blue team's favor, and let's say Maokai teleports and LeBlanc doesn't, you know, that's all of a sudden what was a 4 kill -1 dragon is probably like the complete opposite, you know?
Yeah, definitely some misplays here from everybody, and I really don't think that the purple team is doing a great job of even like noticing those mistakes. Because I feel like I don't even think they actually notice those mistakes that they're that the blue team is actually having.
Well, I said that we hadn't seen any. This is an 80 LeBlanc, by the way. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah.
This is the first I've noticed it. This LeBlanc has a Trinity Force and a Zeal. Blue team is taking Baron. Red most likely going to be too slow to react.
Yeah, and
Really good use of abilities to buy an extra couple of seconds for them to finish off the Baron. That smite was so early.
yeah, that was a little bit questionable.
That
but
smite,
overall,
that smite was like, it was almost 1,000 health early. They easily could have lost that, but unfortunately no steal attempts coming out of the purple team, who is now just being completely manhandled.
unfortunately, just can't deal with this.
This is
pressure
gross.
that the blue team is having. They're just able to snowball there. They lead really, really well. They're doing a great job of it.
Yeah, in the span of less than 5 minutes, blue team like got a 4 for 0, a dragon, a baron, an inhibitor, like 2 turrets. I mean,
And around a 10,000.
yeah, it is now up 10,000 gold.
That's really rough.
But yeah, I was gonna say we hadn't seen any top lane domination, but this game I think is the exception.
Yeah.
The 80 LeBlanc with the static shiv to
Yeah, I mean,
shove faster.
Trinity Force is pretty strong. Oh, Servant's doing stuff.
Purple team fighting the Baroned up blue team in the
Yeah, I'm
jungle.
not sure what they're thinking there. Oh dang, he's actually
LeBlanc comes down with the teleport.
gonna be a bit of trouble here. Oh, and
Flash into chill smite and exhaust to continue the chase.
dang, he's completely destroyed.
Carbon
here.
ult hits 2 of them. This is like a horror film.
Yeah.
This is like,
5-0.
this is pretty disgusting.
Pretty much over as well.
Down goes bot inner. Down goes the inhibitor turret too, shortly after, I imagine.
Oh, actually,
I mean, essentially, yeah, tanking it without minions.
I mean, I'm not sure what the purple team is going to need to do here, except for maybe try to survive this. complete
I mean,
starvation from-
they had their opportunity. They just didn't take advantage. They were in a similar position that the blue team was in the last game. After some really fortunate bot lane skirmishes where, you know, what could have been a 0-for-2 actually ended up a 2-0 in their favor, and they just didn't do anything with it. They didn't snowball it, and then as the game progressed, small fights and advantages that went blue team's way were just enough to cause the entire game to just spiral totally out of control.
I mean, we have to take into account people are tired as well, so
Yeah, understandable.
We're seeing that some people most likely aren't performing to the best of their abilities. It's been a long day, and there's been a lot of matches as well. So
Yeah.
one can understand, but it seems like at least the blue team is doing really, really well in holding out.
Yasuo being caught out randomly. The blue team just so far ahead that it just does not even matter. Jace also not there. So despite losing the Yasuo for free, still gets the turret down. They go 2-for-2.
I'm not sure why they're not. Oh, they're actually going for dragon. I think they should have just kept pushing their top lane. Might have been able to get that inhibitor.
LeBlanc was probably too low to continue the push. This 80 LeBlanc quite good at jungling.
Yeah. Also with Sword of the Occult, he's doing quite a bit of damage.
Sword of the Occult. This is a. Okay, now that might be BM.
Yeah.
I'm not too familiar with some 80 LeBlanc builds, but I imagine most of them do not include Sword of the Occult. Sword of the Occult Magi's. The double stacker.
I guess it goes well with Trinity Force. As both AP and AD.
That's my signature Evelyn build right there. Busted out on the 80 LeBlanc.
But as you can see, the ward coverage from the blue team is actually really, really good. I mean, they're just at this point they're just like.
It doesn't even matter because
drowning in
they're
money.
getting vision from the super minions. I mean,
Yeah,
there's no surprises here. Like.
They're just drowning in money at this point. Holy moly. And even though Ash just not like.
This 5-person push into top lane should be all she wrote. With supers flooding in and I guess supers flooding in only from bot lane, but this Nexus turret's already damaged, so if a fight happens at all here, and it is, then
Yeah, I'm really not quite sure why.
the minions are gonna keep flooding in on bot lane.
Yeah, they really can't take this fight, or if they take it now.
Thrush suspended in midair like a Trapeze artist.
They're still quite a consistent damage. Oh, that is actually crucial.
Don't even finish off the Alistar. They're all so low, but it doesn't matter. And there you have it, blue team. Champions.
That's pretty one-sided. Holy moly.
50 gold going over to Yasuo for the Nexus snipe.
And that was, well, as one-sided as it could really get.
I disagree. I mean, the early game was looking like the purple team was gonna run away with
I
it.
meant the serious overall.
Yeah. You definitely see the Jinx carry kicking in here. That was fairly gross. They just didn't capitalize on a lot of the weaknesses of the blue team.
Yeah, definitely. It looked like unfortunately today was not the day for Shawl to win first place.
But congratulations, all the
Yeah,
same, to
definitely.
blue team.
Congratulations to the blue team. They definitely played well and they snowballed out of control.
And that's it for me.
Yeah.
But thank you for watching, friends and strangers.
Thank you for watching, everybody. Thank you for all of the viewers that we got. That was a lot of viewers, actually. So good job. We didn't get as many as me when I was streaming, like the tryouts, but still, some really good numbers. Do you remember when I was streaming tryouts?
Yeah.
That was crazy numbers.
All right, well, thank you.
All right, thank you, Levi, for casting with me.
Yep.
I'll see you
Bye.
next time.
Yep, see you.